Welcome to Behind the Lens. This is going to be a candid conversation with some creators that you know and love from around the YouTube spectrum. Not just gamers, but commentary channels, creators, artists, the whole gambit, if this all works the way I hope. Today, I sit down with UberNick to discuss what got him started with content creation, the tattoo that a fan put on their body, and how he was almost 2 weeks from quitting YouTube altogether. All that and more on the very first episode of Behind the Lens. Nick, dude, thank you so much for sitting down to talk to me. I appreciate it.
It's all good.
Like you said right before we get started, I think this is the first time we've sat down and talked one-on-one. It's always been in a group chat or some other kind of event or something like that.
Yeah.
It's weird. We've been very kind of parallel to each other for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then
we've known of each other for a long time.
Definitely since the start of Halo 5, because that's when I started my current channel.
Yeah, they around the beginning of Halo 5, so
yeah.
It's a crazy amount of time.
Yeah, and we've never
I remember both back when we both had low thousands.
Yeah, and then you're gone.
I had the Noble Team series.
You're gone. We'll touch on that a little bit. I do want to talk about that. But let's go back to the very beginning. Let's go back to Halo 4, your very first video.
Okay.
It's called "This Is Only the Start," and you
did
did a video on this.
Okay.
I did a ton of research on this. I'm ready. We're touching everything. So you said this is only the start. It recently went up to 5,000 views because I'm guessing you did a video about your very first video.
Did it really? Damn, I didn't know that.
You went back and you teased yourself for it, and everybody went back and watched it. Did you think that would only be the beginning of where you are now? Did you think that would lead to being a streamer full time?
Man, this question's I have a heavy loaded answer.
We're starting heavy. We're starting heavy.
I remember the title of that video has such a specific reason behind it, because this isn't my first YouTube channel. I started in 2010, so I've been at YouTube for the longest time, for such a long time, and I was always that person that if I didn't have a start or something didn't go well for me, I would just make a new channel and just restart and be like, well, that one failed, so I'll just try it again, and if that one pops off, then do it. So I've had 8 YouTube channels in total now.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so they go all over the place. So whenever I made this channel, I was like, all right, that's it. This is the final one. This is the last channel that I'll ever make. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, whatever. So I titled that video, "This is only the start," because for this channel, I was like, this is the one. This is the final one that is going to be it for me. So this is only the start of my real success. No more do-overs.
And
so that's why.
Right.
Yeah.
You were very much right. Yeah.
Seems to be going well.
You called it. So you mentioned so many other channels. Were they all also Halo channels? Or if not, why not. Halo?
So whenever I started YouTube, it was because all my friends and I were into Call of Duty videos, montages and stuff at the time. That's probably a million other YouTubers who ever started because they wanted to be like that. So back when I was 15, around that age, I'm 24 now. So back when I was 15, that's whenever I started. So I've done Call of Duty, I've done Minecraft, I've done GTA, I've done DayZ, I've done every game you could ever imagine. I've done a lot of different games over the time. And I don't know why I never did Halo, because I always knew Halo was my favorite franchise. I just kind of went with my friends instead of went with what I wanted. That was my biggest issue. I kind of went with the crowd instead of what I actually personally really enjoyed making for the longest time. So then 2014 came around. I was like, I really do like Halo, so why not make some Halo videos? And then that's where it kind of went off for me then.
Yeah, because it was after Halo 4 had already launched.
Yeah.
And then you came in and you started with that, and then you've been with it since, and you've stuck with Halo a lot longer than a lot of other people have done. And that's obviously, it's served you really well. But do you ever get the what ifs about branching out and doing more games, more content?
It's funny you mentioned this. I actually tweeted out about 10 minutes ago about people commenting saying like, "Oh, Nick, make Fortnite content, or do that kind of stuff, or why don't you play more popular games?" But I mean, of course, like I want to upload other games. Every YouTuber wants to get to the point where they can upload whatever they want and get thousands of views, and
Oh
it
yeah.
doesn't matter what they upload basically. Um, as a Halo YouTuber, obviously my content for the past 4 5 years has all been Halo. So for me to upload a different game, it's like I didn't subscribe for this. I don't care for this. Obviously, you
Yeah.
get the core real solid people who will watch whatever, but for the most part, majority won't watch whatever other game that I upload. Um, but I guess I don't know. I just really like Halo. I just really love uploading Halo. So it's the game that I feel the most passionate about. Like I actually, how you play games, you're like, oh, this game's cool, it's whatever, but you can put it down and play something else. Like with Halo, I actually feel super invested into every aspect of it. The community, the actual game, everything deeper about the game, the lore, gameplay, like everything about it. It's just a game that I've played since I was super young. Like me and my friend, literally earlier tonight, we're just playing co-op Halo 3 because we
Oh,
just wanted to play co-op Halo 3. You know what I mean?
so good.
It's one of those games that has just always kind of been there for the longest time since I got my Xbox. That has just been full of great memories for me. So I just genuinely care about the game and everything about it. Whereas with other games, I can have fun with them, but I don't feel like I want to invest as much energy into them because I don't feel like they're worth it almost for me.
So you're in for the long haul.
Yeah, exactly. If I could start uploading Fortnite content and blow up and get 1 million subs that care about Fortnite, that's cool. But in the end of the day, I'd rather make content that I actually am passionate about and be part of the community that I actually care about instead of being some huge famous YouTuber.
That's really good. That's really good. The video that seemed to do it for you, the one that caused you to blow up, it's
Okay.
not your most viewed video anymore, but it was for the longest time. You ran with calling out Call of Duty Infinite for, let's say, creatively borrowing certain concepts from Halo. Did you think that video was going to be the one that would change everything?
2016 was a weird year because I uploaded that video October 2016. That was a really weird year because that was kind of like my make or break year with like this question, like this one I can get super deep with if you want, because this video
Sure.
did a lot more than just blow my channel up a little bit. It like kind of secured where I am on YouTube right now. So it did a lot more for me than just gain me a couple of subscribers. So I go back a few months. So that video was uploaded October. Go back a few months to August. I had a full-time office job for about a year and a half. And in August 2016, they let me go from a lack of work. It wasn't like I was a bad employee. They just didn't have any work for me. So they let me go. And I'm like, okay. Man. So at the time, I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm kind of getting on a little bit. I need to, maybe put YouTube aside because I've been doing it so diligently for so many years. It was kind of like, at what point do I just kind of give this up and just, move on and try and do something more with my life, I guess. So I got let go from that job. And I had an opportunity with another YouTube channel that me and my friends had started called Valve Guides, which was a CSGO channel. And
I know about that one.
Yeah, me and my friends started that like early 2016. And I was editing videos for the channel. So I was getting a little bit of money from that. I started editing for another channel called TGN. So I was doing some editing work on YouTube at that stage, making a little bit of money. Obviously, doing YouTube had always been my dream to any capacity, editing videos, making my own content, whatever. I just wanted to work on YouTube to some degree. So when I got let go from that job, I said to my parents, like, just give me these 2 months to see if I can get myself to a place where I can make a decent amount of money to support myself, basically, because obviously, I lost my job. I wasn't having an income. So I got 2 months of severance pay from this job. So that's why it was 2 months to kind of try and make something work with YouTube. So for the next 2 months, I kept uploading videos on my channel. I kept editing videos for the CSGO channel. I was working really hard trying to make something work, trying to make some kind of video just do really well for me. So in September, I actually had my best growth of all time. I think I gained for that time anyway, I'd gained 900 subs in that month. And I was like, awesome, this is really good. I'm actually seeing some good growth. And I think by October, I hit 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers in total. So I was like, okay, obviously that's not big enough to make any kind of career out of. So then it was about halfway through October, like the 10th of October, and this Call of Duty fiasco kind of popped up my Twitter feed, and I was
That's
like,
a word for it. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, huh, now this is really different from any video that I've ever made before, but it could just potentially work because it was just so out of my comfort zone. It was so out of anything I'd ever made before. But I was like, you know what? I need to make something work here, so I may as well just make this video and see if it's one of those random hits. And I uploaded the video. It did okay, I guess, the first couple of days, and then boom, it blew up like a few days later, and it just exploded. And in that month, I went from like 4 to like 7,000 subs, and my growth just kind of continued. And then by the end of the year, I had 10K subscribers, so I went from like 3 or 4 to 10K in just like 3 months. So my channel growth was way, way, way up, all because of this one video. And obviously I showed this to my parents, being like, you know, my channel is now at the cusp of kind of being able to grow. You know, I've got the ball rolling. Like, this is the time where I need to put all of it in. And luckily my parents are super supportive. So they were like, you know what, go ahead, go with it, see what you can do with it. So that video saved my ass.
Close.
That
it's
video,
so close.
Yeah, it came in real clutch for me. It was literally last minute.
2 weeks. You said you gave yourself 2 months, and you made it by 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. From there, you go from you were 2 weeks off of being done with YouTube, or done with doing YouTube as seriously as you've been doing it, to doing YouTube full time, and you start picking up Twitch streaming as well. Yeah. And you're streaming 3-4 days a week at this point for hours at a time. What's the average day look like for you anymore?
For me right now, what does my average day look like? Every day it's me contemplating in my head. It's like, okay, today's the day I fix my sleep schedule, and then I'll build. It's currently 2 a.m. for me recording this right now, which is like, it's fine. It's fine.
You're being extremely kind, I have to say.
But I'm saying that I would not be asleep right now anyway. I would stay up until 4 or 5 a.m. So my sleep schedule is awful. But besides that, I wake up. I try and aim to wake up at about 11, 12 in the afternoon. I wake up, try and think of a video idea, and I try and get that recorded and all made by about 6, 7 p.m. at the latest. So I spend, hours of my day making a video. If I'm not uploading that day, then I just try and think of other video ideas, or just maybe doing something with my friends. So yeah, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't get to chill out a lot. It's kind of like one of the benefits of doing YouTube, but it does take a lot of work. YouTube is something that takes a lot of work in your off time, I guess. I never really feel like I'm off work, if that makes sense, because I'm always thinking about it in some degree. But then it gets to about 9, 10 p.m. and that's normally my stream time. So I actually stream 6 days a weck now. I stream every day but Mondays. Wow. So I stream
the one day, which is the one day we're recording this.
Yeah. So I try and stream like 6 days a week. Obviously, sometimes something comes up, but for the most part, I stay pretty consistent. So at about 9, 10 p.m., I start my stream, and I stream until about 1 or 2 in the morning, and then end that, go to sleep, 5 a.m., wake up, repeat. So do it again. What I'm trying to do is take everything back a couple hours. So start my stream earlier, end it earlier, go to sleep earlier. But it's a lot easier to say rather than do. But for the most part, I wake up, think of a video idea, make the video, and then chill out, and then start my stream. It's a pretty chill lifestyle. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And I mean, you're your own boss. You get to set your own hours. You can never be late to the office. Exactly. Only late to be online. That's
happened in real life a couple of times, and it sucks. So
yeah. Man, it's the worst. My morning commute, if I miss my train, I'm not getting in that day. I have to work from home.
I used to have to drive an hour into the city to go to work, so I don't miss having to sit in traffic or anything like that. It's
okay, so you're building this fantastic community. You have so many people who are supporting, either by being followers, being there for the stream, being subscribers, and then one takes it a little bit further. I'm talking about the tattoo, because we have to talk about the tattoo.
All right.
What was the first thing that went through your mind when you had that picture tweeted at you?
He didn't even tweet out. He DM'd it to me initially. He DM'd the idea of it to me like a month or so before he got it. And I'm friends. I'm good friends with the guy that got it. I'd known him for a while before he ever got it. But you mentioned the idea to me, and my first response was, please don't do that. Please do not do that, because I would just feel awful if someone got that tattoo and then lived with major regrets about having UberNick is my god tattooed on their arm. So it wasn't my idea. I was against the idea, but then he just told me, you know what, it's nothing serious. It's just a joke. He's a guy that gets a lot of tattoos and is super comfortable. So it's not like he just got this one tattoo and that's it. So like in the future, he's probably going to get it covered up with something else, like a whole design. It's not like a big thing. So once he explained that to me, I saw the funny side to it. I'm like, all right, it's pretty cool, I guess, to have that tattoo. But initially, I was like totally against it because I didn't want him to be regretting it. But once he explained it to me, I was like, all right, it's funny. I can make a video out of this.
I mean, yeah, you definitely did. And a lot of people, I think you're the first person of any creator I know who has had a user get a tattoo of either their name, their logo, or something like that.
I would never have thought anyone would have ever done that whenever I started. So I don't know. It was crazy.
That was a unique story. To this day, it's a very unique story.
It's funny.
So you stream a lot. You're constantly either playing Halo, you've played through Titanfall 2, you've played a couple other games, MCC, both MCC and Halo 5. So you ride that line between classic and advanced, and we're not going there. This is not that kind of. This is not that kind of stream.
We could take this video in a whole different direction.
We could, and you would obviously anger like half of the people watching.
Exactly.
So we're not going to do that. But what is the one game you play that you don't stream, that you keep to yourself, or what hobby do you have off stream to sort of balance out playing the same games very regularly or very often?
Yeah, so any content creator that has one main game that they play, they might make a load of content on it and absolutely love the game to pieces, but there is no way that they sit and play that game for 6 hours off stream whenever they don't have to, because I made it a very strict rule to myself that I basically wouldn't play Halo unless I was making a video or a stream or whatever, simply because I know for a fact that if I did, I would drive myself insane because I would just get so burnt out with it, because I'm not the type of person who can sit and grind a game for like 9 hours straight. I can't do that. So I don't really play any Halo unless I'm streaming or making a video, just because I don't want to make myself start hating the game from overplaying it, because that is something you can do. So whenever I'm not streaming or making a video, I bounce around so many different games. It is absolutely insane. Me and my real life friends recently have been really on the PUBG grind. We love PUBG. We absolutely adore that game. It's also nice because me and my real life friends don't really play any games together. So having one that we can and we all really enjoy is really nice, because obviously getting to play with real life friends is cool because you can kind of share those moments whenever you get to talk to each other. Besides that, I love RPG games. So like Skyrim. I used to be a Skyrim YouTuber at one stage in my life, way back in the day. And my first ever video to ever blow up was a Skyrim tutorial on one of my old channels in like 2011 or 12 or something. I think it was 12, but it's a fun fact. So like RPG games I absolutely love, like Dragon Age, Skyrim, all those games, big fan. I love Forza. It's kind of like a chill racing game that I can just sit and drive there's a warthog in that game, so I can't fully escape Halo.
I know, it's so good. That's close to getting it.
That's one of the reasons why I bought the game, because I saw it and I was like, I just need that in my life. I just have to have it. So I love Forza, but for the most part, I don't play as many games as what people might expect. A lot of my time is spent either editing my videos, or any free time that I do get, I try my best to spend it with my friends, because, as a YouTuber, as a full-time streamer, my schedule every day is very busy. Every night I'm basically busy. So any moment that I can get away to the cinema, like I love going to the cinema with my friends. I'm going to the cinema twice this week. That's like plans I have. So I absolutely love going to the cinema.
Very nice.
So anytime that I get to go and do stuff like that is great, because obviously my friends work their normal jobs. So I have to kind of work around their schedule a lot. And obviously sometimes if I'm like, I can't hang out tonight, I have to stream. They understand it, but it does sometimes cause a little bit of, what's the word, like?
Friction?
Kind of friction. They understand it, but it's hard for them just to look at it as like an actual job, where, compared to their job where they have to go into an office or something, whereas I'm just sitting at home playing a game. Like, I get it. it's a little bit annoying, but I do get it. So I just kind of I need to find that balance between, what's important in my life, I guess.
So, is there something coming out in 2019 that you're super excited for, game-wise? New game coming out, confirmed coming out, because we all know that all of us want Infinite to come out in 2019, or maybe not, but still. But confirmed coming out.
I have the ultimate answer for this game, or for this question. Okay, so this is like going super hardcore fanboy Nick here.
Okay.
2006 Nick, I think it was 2006, Kingdom Hearts 2 comes out. 2006 Nick falls in love with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh.
It is my favorite. Halo's my favorite franchise. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game of all time. So,
oh my god, yes.
We're recording this video on the 22nd for me. 1 week from now, I get Kingdom Hearts 3.
I am so excited.
I bought it on Xbox and I downloaded it. I pre-installed it today. Well,
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that game.
So excited. So, Kingdom Hearts 3, by far, my most anticipated game, possibly of all time. Obviously, Infinite is like, it's Infinite. It goes with this thing, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is like, I've waited literally like 12, 13 years for this game. So,
yes. You mentioned Kingdom Hearts 2. That is the second game that I 100%ed.
Really?
Everything in that game.
You got the Master Sword or whatever it's called?
I got the Master Sword. The last thing I had to do was those freaking posters in Twilight Town where you had to do it in under 20 seconds. I spent 2 weeks.
Dude, I've done that multiple times. Perfect it.
That killed me so hard. I had beaten everything in the Colosseum. I had gotten all of the Keyblades. Those posters was the last thing I had to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh
Kingdom
my
Hearts
god.
2 is definitely up there. Well, I'd say it's probably my joint favorite game of all time, if I had to really think about it, but it's fantastic.
But yeah, KH3, I am so excited for that. I cannot wait. That's 1 week away. It's gonna be great. So then that kind of leads into this. The stereotypical stranded on a desert island, yet somehow you have the console of your choice and a TV that works on coconut power.
Okay.
What is the one game? You don't have internet, so what is the one game you will play forever?
Oh man. I don't have internet. That kind of rules Halo 5 out. Forge.
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn. So I can't even just cheat the system here and say Halo 5 Forge.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hard one because that would be my go-to. That's my go-to answer.
Gotta throw in a little bit of a curveball, make it interesting.
I need to think. Maybe a Sims game.
Okay.
The Sims or something like that, I guess. I'm trying to think of a game that I could, because you've thrown me off. Because I would always say Halo 5, but now that I can't say that, it's like, what game could I? Like some kind of game that revolves around like building some kind of settlement or like a city like manager game or something like that. Because obviously you could set up a different city every time, so you could do something different. Whereas if you're playing like an FPS game, like after a year, I wouldn't want to play Halo 3 anymore. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't. I love Halo 3, but I could not play that for just a solid year by myself, just going through the campaign over and over again. I know for a fact I couldn't. So probably like a Sims game, because you could just do different things with your characters over and over, and do whatever.
Bored on an island, might as well be God. Why not?
Exactly.
So a couple years ago, you posted a birthday video for yourself, and you were joking that at 22 or at 21, you can officially call yourself an old man. Have you had a moment like that since, where you've seen something happen online, or somebody doing something, or some meme that's gone around, and you're like, I don't get it. I'm old. Yeah. I don't get it.
A lot of memes that come out these days, I'm thinking that's not funny. Like that meme is just not funny at all. I don't see.
Gotten weird.
Wait, memes have gotten like they're not like they're just weird now. They're not like comedic at all. They're just odd. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of memes that come out these days, I think to myself, I don't necessarily find that funny whatsoever. So maybe I'm a little bit old. Maybe I'm past the times. But I don't know. I guess I look at like music artists and stuff that I really enjoy, and they're all like 18, 19-year-old rappers, and I'm like, I'm 24. Like, like, what am I doing compared to these guys flexing their diamond watches and stuff? But it's just how it is.
I can't lie. I'm 30 and I look at you and I'm going, damn, I wish I could be YouTube full time. YouTube has notoriously been a difficult place to grow and has all sorts of problems with monetization. You have Adpocalypse 2.0. You have the new things that went through with monetization and the partner program, some people getting kicked out. What do you think about, how do you feel about the state of YouTube and everything? YouTube, Twitch, I guess both, since you are on both platforms. How do you feel about the state of content creation right now? Like, how's it going?
I think content creation is at a point where it's probably the hardest it's ever been to break into. Because if you were to start day one right now, for you to get anywhere, you need to really have a real golden idea, or you need to have a friend that's already, somewhat set up on YouTube or Twitch. Because if you're going to start day one right now, it's so hard. I don't want to put anyone that's watching this video off from starting. Like, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Go out there, create content you want to, but just know it's going to take a long time. I feel like people that start don't necessarily realize just how much time it does take. I've been on YouTube for 9 years now in total, so it's taken me 9 years to get where I am. And some people call me small, some people call me really big. It kind of depends where you're sitting.
Perspective. It really does.
Exactly. So I'm happy with where I'm at, but it's taken me 9 years to get here. Obviously it's different for some people. You get some kids that come out clickbait central and they just blow up because of that. It kind of depends on your morals, I suppose. But
that's one way to put it without calling out anyone specifically. Okay.
So I'm closer at home than we would like, but I just won't follow in their tracks. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so I think I do understand though where YouTube's coming from with their whole like demonetization. Obviously they want to keep their advertisers happy. Because if you're an advertiser, you don't want your advert next to someone making some kind of whatever, offensive joke or whatever you can think of. I don't think these creators should be kicked off the platform. I don't think they should get punished for making the content they do. But I also do understand from YouTube's perspective, but I also feel bad for the people that are affected by this because they're just trying to make content that people enjoy, and it's unfair that their content doesn't fit the guidelines that YouTube feels that they want to. But in the end of the day, advertisers make the decisions about what they want their stuff next to. So I understand it. I try and keep my stuff somewhat, nice and PG. I try not to swear in my videos. It's not really my type of stuff. If it's a Twitch stream, it's a lot more casual. But in a video, I try and keep it pretty, clean cut, I guess, for the most part. So I personally have not suffered any of the demonetization issues or anything like that. I haven't noticed anything like that on my channel per se, but I know that a lot of my friends, and I think you even suffered from that as well.
They were hitting me for the longest time until I figured out that it was the word kills in the description of Funny and Lucky Moments.
Okay.
Once it was like awesome multi-kills. And as soon as I removed that, everything was fine. And it stopped happening. And I stopped getting flagged. But that was about 2-month battle with crazy. YouTube and that algorithm, to the point where I made a t-shirt about it and made fun of it and had to. But yeah, it was, you're fighting with robots. It's hard to figure out how they think.
I just wish that YouTube was a bit more personal with their creators instead of hitting you with a robotic response most of the time.
Yeah, the auto responses can be killer. Okay, ready? Lightning round. It's going to be like 5 or 6 questions. I want the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Sometimes.
Oh, what's your favorite movie?
Interstellar.
If you could get a superpower, no side effects, what would you take?
Being able to pause time.
Oh, that's too good. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Is a hot dog a taco?
No.
Well, other than YouTube, what would be your dream job?
Any kind of video creation.
Oh, it's too easy. Okay. What is your worst fear?
Not reaching the goals that I've set myself.
And what is your least favorite word?
Legundo.
Oh, dude! Breaking my heart.
I'm joking.
My heart.
No, it's probably like squishy or moist or something like that.
Okay, that's an acceptable second answer, but the first one works too. That's going to be fun to edit. I'm going to have some fun with that, I'm not going to lie. But Nick, thank you so much for making time for this. Thank you for sitting down and talking to me. If people want to find you on the internet, it's probably not going to be very hard because they can just Google you. But what's your Twitch, your YouTube schedule? Let everybody know all of that right now.
Just everything's UberNick. My Twitter is UberNick_. That's the only social media that doesn't have just UberNick. It really annoys me to this day, but it is what it is. I upload Halo videos, mostly Halo videos, every 2 days on my YouTube channel, with the odd thing every so often mixed in there. And on Twitch, which is just UberNick, I stream 6 days a week. I take just Mondays off, so it's a fun time to come hang out, play some Halo, whenever else I could think of over there.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. It was
a
great
fun.
way to get this started. All right.
A lot of fun.
Have a good night, dude.
You too.
Bye. I hope you all enjoyed this series. This is the very first episode, but I have a couple more recorded and a few more planned after that to do a solid 7 or 8 episode first season of sorts. If you have someone you want to hear me talk to, please let me know in the comments down below or give me a shout out on Twitter. Join our Discord to discuss this and future episodes. And make sure to stay tuned to the channel for more episodes, more interviews, and a hell of a lot more fun. Until next time, be good to each other. And I'll see you next week.